Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Nishit Kumar and with me is Renuka with the evening news. The headlines. India celebrates 76th Independence Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hoists the national flag and addresses the nation from the ramparts of Red Fort. Prime Minister urges everyone to focus on 5 resolves to fulfill the dreams of freedom fighters when India completes 100 years of independence. Mr. Modi says Jai Anusandhan is to be read with the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan and Jai Vigyan. Prime Minister asks countrymen to come together to defeat evils of corruption and nepotism. All states and union territories celebrate the Independence Day with full enthusiasm, celebrations also being held abroad. Greetings pour from world leaders on the Indian Independence Day. More than 5 crore Tiranga selfies uploaded on Har Ghar Tiranga website. All India Radio begins special series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashwani ke saath from today, showcasing the country's journey since independence. In Bihar, cabinet expansion to take place tomorrow and Asia's oldest football tournament, Durand Cup, to begin tomorrow. And now the news in detail. India is celebrating the 76th Independence Day today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi led the nation in celebrating the day from the ramparts of the Red Fort by hoisting the national flag. The tricolour received a Rastriya salute. The hoisting of the national flag was synchronized with the 21-gun salute fired by the valiant gunners of the elite 8711 Field Battery ceremonial. The Prime Minister exuded pride that after 75 years, people heard the proud sound of a made-in-India weapon in the Independence Day gun salute. In his ceremonial address, the Prime Minister said that this day is being celebrated not just in India, but in every corner of the world. The Tiranga is flying with pride and honor.
आजादी के 75 वर्ष पूर्ण होने पर देशवासियों को अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं, बहुत बहुत बधाई। न सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान का हर कोना, लेकिन दुनिया के हर कोने में आज किसी न किसी रूप में भारतीयों के द्वारा या भारत के प्रति अपार प्रेम रखने वालों के द्वारा विश्व के हर कोने में यह हमारा तिरंगा आन बान शान के साथ लहरा रहा है। मैं विश्व भर में फैले हुए भारत प्रेमियों को, भारतीयों को आजादी के इस अमृत महोत्सव की बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं।
The Prime Minister expressed gratitude to great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Vinayak Damodar Savarkar.
हिंदुस्तान का कोई कोना ऐसा नहीं था, कोई काल ऐसा नहीं था जब देशवासियों ने सैकड़ों सालों तक गुलामी के खिलाफ जंग न किया हो, जीवन न खपाया हो, यातनाएं न झेली हो, आहुति न दी हो। आज हम सब देशवासियों के लिए ऐसे हर महापुरुष को, हर त्यागी को, हर बलिदानी को नमन करने का अवसर है, उनका ऋण स्वीकार करने का अवसर है और उनका स्मरण करते हुए उनके सपनों को जल्द से जल्द पूरा करने का संकल्प लेने का भी अवसर है। हम सभी देशवासी कृतज्ञ हैं पूज्य बापू के, नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस के, बाबा साहब आम्बेडकर के, वीर सावरकर के, जिन्होंने कर्तव्य पथ पर जीवन को खपा दिया। कर्तव्य पथ ही उनका जीवन पथ रहा।
The Prime Minister said as the nation pays respects to freedom fighters, there is a need to remember the vision and dream for India during the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. He said the nation is grateful to Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Ram Prasad Bismil, Rani Lakshmibai and all other freedom fighters who shook the foundations of the British Empire. He also saluted the architects of free India, including Jawaharlal Nehru, Ram Manohar Lohia and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He highlighted that India has been home to great thinkers like Swami Vivekanand, Sri Aurobindo and Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. He added that Adivasi freedom fighters such as Birsa Munda, Tirot Singh and Alluri Sitarama Raju played a pivotal role in keeping the freedom struggle alive in every corner of India. The Prime Minister said Indian soil has the power that despite many challenges, it did not stop, did not bow down and kept on moving forward.
इस मिट्टी में वो सामर्थ्य है जो शासकों से भी परे सामर्थ्य का एक अंतर प्रभाव लेकर के जीता रहा है, सदियों तक जीता रहा, और उसी का परिणाम है हमने क्या कुछ नहीं झेला। कभी अन्न का संकट झेला, कभी युद्ध के शिकार हो गए, आतंकवाद ने डगर डगर चुनौतियां पैदा की, निर्दोष नागरिकों को मौत के घाट उतार दिया गया, छद्म युद्ध चलते रहे, प्राकृतिक आपदाएं आती रही, सफलता विफलता आशा निराशा न जाने कितने पड़ाव आए हैं, लेकिन इन पड़ाव के बीच भी भारत आगे बढ़ता रहा।
The Prime Minister emphasized that for growth of New India, there is a need to ensure inclusive development across the nation. He said this was a vision held dear by Mahatma Gandhi. The Prime Minister said Jai Anusandhan is to be read with the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan and Jai Vigyan.
हम बार बार लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी को याद करते हैं। जय जवान जय किसान का उनका मंत्र आज भी देश के लिए प्रेरणा है। बाद में अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी ने जय विज्ञान कह करके उसमें एक कड़ी जोड़ दी थी और देश ने उसको प्राथमिकता दी। लेकिन अब अमृत काल के लिए एक और अनिवार्यता है और वो है जय अनुसंधान। जय जवान जय किसान जय विज्ञान जय अनुसंधान, इनोवेशन। और मुझे मेरे देश की युवा पीढ़ी में भरोसा है, इनोवेशन की ताकत देखिए। आज हमारा यूपीआई भीम, हमारा डिजिटल पेमेंट, फिनटेक की दुनिया में हमारा स्थान, आज विश्व में रियल टाइम 40% अगर डिजिटल फाइनेंशियल का ट्रांजैक्शन होता है मेरे देश में हो रहा है। हिंदुस्तान ने ये करके दिखाया।
The Prime Minister said Har Ghar Tiranga has been an example of the entire nation coming together to celebrate the spirit of this glorious country. Mr. Modi said COVID has been an example of this common consciousness where citizens came together. The Prime Minister said that as India celebrates 75 years of independence, there is a need to now move with a renewed focus and resolve for the next 25 years. He said there is a need to focus on 5 resolves. These are developed India, removing every ounce of slave mentality, pride for glorious heritage, unity and fulfilling of citizens' duties.
जब मैं पंच प्राण की बात करता हूं, पहला प्राण अब देश बड़े संकल्प लेकर के ही चलेगा और वो बड़ा संकल्प है विकसित भारत। अब उससे कुछ कम नहीं होना चाहिए, बड़ा संकल्प। दूसरा प्राण, किसी भी कोने में हमारे मन के भीतर, हमारे आदतों के भीतर गुलामी का एक भी अंश अगर भी अभी भी है तो उसको किसी भी हालत में बचने नहीं देना। तीसरी प्राण शक्ति, हमें हमारी विरासत पर गर्व होना चाहिए जिसने कभी भारत को स्वर्णिम काल दिया था और यही विरासत है समय कुल परिवर्तन करने की आदत रख। चौथा प्राण, एकता और एकजुटता। 130 करोड़ देशवासियों में एकता, न कोई अपना न कोई पराया। एकता की ताकत एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के सपनों के लिए हमारा चौथा प्राण है। 5वां प्राण है नागरिकों का कर्तव्य है।
The Prime Minister said that when India flies high, she can provide solutions to the entire world. He said nature has been a pivotal part of India's heritage and the country has traditions and practices that will help in combating climate change. Mr. Modi said equality is the cornerstone of India's progress and people should be united through the mantra of India First. He requested every Indian to change the mentality towards women in everyday life. He added that pride of Nari Shakti will play a vital role in fulfilling the dreams of India. Mr. Modi said that Atmanirbhar Bharat is a public movement that should be taken forward. He urged people to follow Sri Aurobindo's mantra of Swadeshi se Swaraj, Swaraj se Suraj. He said Atmanirbhar Bharat is a public movement that must be taken forward. Prime Minister said nation should come together to defeat the evils of corruption and nepotism. He said there is a need to fight against corruption with all the strength. He highlighted that in the last 8 years, the use of Aadhaar, direct benefit transfer and mobile were used to find 2 lakh crore of black money. Earlier, the Prime Minister paid tributes to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat. Home Minister Amit Shah has described Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech from the Red Fort as marvellous. He said the speech inspires every Indian to contribute in the making of a golden India. In a series of tweets, he said Mr. Modi called on citizens to work with determination for the prosperity of the country and unitedly face challenges that hinder development.
The Independence Day is being celebrated with full enthusiasm in all the states and union territories. In Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant Governor Manohar Sinha unfurled the tricolour at SK Stadium in Srinagar. He expressed gratitude to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his leadership in taking the country and Jammu and Kashmir forward on the path of development. We have a report.
Addressing the gathering, Lieutenant Governor Manohar Sinha said that the Union Territory Administration has decided to celebrate 5th August every year as the Freedom from Corruption in Jammu and Kashmir. He further said and hoped that with the completion of the world's highest rail bridge over Chenab River in Kori area, the Kashmir Valley shall be connected with the rest of the country in the next 1 year. He said that Prime Minister Modi 3 years back had lit a lamp of modern economic and social development in Jammu and Kashmir. He said that despite various challenges, 50,726 projects were completed with a 5 times speed during the last financial year. Sunil Kohl, AIR News, Srinagar.
In Jammu, the Independence Day was celebrated with full zeal, enthusiasm and patriotic fervour amid heavy rains. The main function in Jammu region was held at Maulana Azad Stadium, Jammu, where Rajiv Rai Bhatnagar, advisor to Lieutenant Governor Manohar Sinha, unfurled the national flag and took salute of the marching contingent. In Himachal Pradesh, the state-level function was held at Sarahan in Sirmaur district, which was presided over by Chief Minister Jairam Thakur. Gujarat is celebrating the Independence Day with full fervour and patriotism. Governor Acharya Devrat unfurled the national tricolour at Raj Bhavan in Gandhinagar. The state-level main function was held at Mudasa, the district headquarters of Aravalli, where Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel unfurled the national tricolour. World leaders have wished India on the occasion of 76th Independence Day. Russian President Vladimir Putin congratulated President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. According to the Kremlin website, in his message, Mr. Putin said, in the decades since India became independent, it has achieved widely acknowledged progress in a variety of areas, including the economy, social sphere, science and technology. U.S. President Joe Biden congratulated India on this occasion. According to a statement of White House, the President said, as people around the world, including nearly 4 million proud Indian Americans, celebrate the 75th anniversary of India's independence, the United States joins the people of India to honor its democratic journey, guided by Mahatma Gandhi's enduring message of truth and non-violence. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson extended wishes to the people of India on the occasion and highlighted the thriving living bridge between the two countries. He said that he is looking forward to seeing these bonds go from strength to strength in the next 75 years. Japanese ambassador to India, Satoshi Suzuki, wished India in a video message on Twitter and expressed his sincere congratulations to the people of India. French President Emmanuel Macron greeted Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Twitter. He said, as India proudly celebrates its stunning achievements in the past 75 years, India can count on France to always stand by its side. The Independence Day of India was also celebrated by the High Commission of India in Bangladesh. A large number of Indian community members took part in the celebrations at the Chancery Building in Dhaka. High Commissioner Vikram Doraiswamy hoisted the national flag on the occasion. Artists of the Indira Gandhi Cultural Centre performed patriotic songs on the occasion. High Commissioner Vikram Doraiswamy welcomed the Indian community and greeted them on this occasion. People were seen taking selfies with the tricolour and chanting patriotic slogans. Speaking to Prasar Bharati special correspondent in Dhaka, the High Commissioner expressed deep satisfaction on the participation of the Indian community in large numbers in the Independence Day celebration after a gap of 2 years.
President Draupadi Murmu hosted at-home reception this evening at Rashtrapati Bhavan on the occasion of the 76th Independence Day. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, Piyush Goyal, Dharmendra Pradhan, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, BJP National President J.P. Nadda and other dignitaries also attended the reception.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. India celebrates 76th Independence Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hoists the national flag and addresses the nation from the ramparts of Red Fort. Prime Minister urges everyone to focus on 5 resolves to fulfill the dreams of freedom fighters when India completes 100 years of independence. Mr. Modi says Jai Anusandhan is to be read with the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan and Jai Vigyan. Prime Minister asks countrymen to come together to defeat evils of corruption and nepotism. All states and union territories celebrate the Independence Day with full enthusiasm, celebrations also being held abroad. Greetings pour from world leaders on the Indian Independence Day. More than 5 crore Tiranga selfies uploaded on Har Ghar Tiranga website. All India Radio begins special series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath from today, showcasing the country's journey since independence. In Bihar, cabinet expansion to take place tomorrow and Asia's oldest football tournament, Durand Cup, to begin tomorrow. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
मुट्ठी भर अंग्रेज और हमारे विशाल देश पर राज करने का स्वप्न देखते हैं, पर हम इनके स्वप्न को चकनाचूर कर देंगे।
निकल पड़े स्वाधीनता के पथ वाले, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की सुनी अनसुनी कहानियों के साथ स्वराज हर रविवार रात 9 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर।
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Welcome back. You are tuned to the evening news on All India Radio. More than 5 crore Tiranga selfies have been uploaded on the Har Ghar Tiranga website. Union government had recently announced the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign and asked people to exhibit the Tiranga at their homes to mark the country's 75th Independence Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had given a call on the 22nd of last month to join the Har Ghar Tiranga movement by hoisting or displaying the national flag at homes. Union Culture Minister G. Kishan Reddy said that 5 crore Tiranga selfies reflect the collective commitment of duty-bound Indians to keep the nation first and always first. He said this is indeed a special moment of outpouring of the collective expressions of love and connect for the motherland. Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for the 1.3 billion citizens across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with a series, Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. In the first episode today, we bring you the magical moment of our very first Independence Day on the 15th of August 1947.
Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath, reliving the journey of India since independence over the last 75 years with All India Radio. Starting 15th August, the series will be broadcast on All India Radio, 100.1 FM Gold Channel, primetime news bulletins and across all its platforms. Tune in to stay updated with All India Radio.
Freedom was won with great sacrifices and fight against centuries of subjugation. The people of India became masters of their own destiny. We bring alive the voice of Melville de Mello, who gave live commentary from the Darbar Hall in Delhi, where the transfer of power took place on the 15th of August 1947.
All India Radio, the only electronic media of the would-be independent India, relayed the power transfer ceremony live.
This is All India Radio, Delhi. We are now taking you over to the Darbar Hall for a running commentary connected with the assumption of power taking place there.
At Government House, in the historic Darbar Hall, Lord Mountbatten is sworn in as India's first Governor-General. Then the Prime Minister and members of the Cabinet are sworn in.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
New Delhi, vast crowds foregather in front of the Parliament buildings. The Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister, followed by members of the Cabinet. Look at this crowd. It watches the national flag flying from the ramparts of the famous Red Fort at Delhi.
The mood was electric and celebrations of freedom at midnight was carried live from Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata.
In Bombay, the day celebrations commence at Gwalior Tank Maidan. It is the same story everywhere. Vast and jubilant crowds.
Renowned classical singer Pandit Omkar Nath Thakur sang the patriotic song Vande Mataram of Bankim Chandra Chatterjee live from All India Radio's Mumbai studio to mark our independence.
Madras was also opaque. Civilians and service personnel helped to make the day a great success. Liberty and happiness marched hand in hand. In Calcutta, the largest city in India, there was jubilation, thanksgiving and celebration. Martyrs were remembered. A portrait of Subhash Chandra Bose, a worthy son of India. The glory of our freedom, flag of our nation, we salute you. Jai Hind.
आजाद भारत की बात आकाशवाणी के साथ can be accessed on AIR News Alerts on Twitter, News on AIR Official, YouTube channel, News on AIR app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune into All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashwani ke saath. And now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Today is India's 75th Independence Day. Our glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. And AIR News has been bringing you a glimpse of the struggle every day for the past 1 year as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
In our final episode today, we go back 75 years ago on the eve of 15th August 1947, when in the words of the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, India made its tryst with destiny. The speech captured the essence of the triumphant culmination of the Indian independence movement against the British colonial rule in India.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny. And now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
Dr. Rajendra Prasad, in his capacity as the President of the Constituent Assembly, outlined a vision for India.
Our public servants in various departments of government
have to shed their role as rulers and have to become true servants of the people that their compeers are in all free countries. The people and the government on their side have to give them their trust and assure them conditions of service in keeping with the lives of the people in whose midst they have to live and serve. We welcome the Indian states which have acceded to India, and to their people we offer our hands of comradeship. To the princes and the rulers of the states we say that we have no designs against them. We trust they will follow the example of the King of England and become constitutional rulers. They would do well to take as their model the British monarchical system, which has stood the shock of 2 successive world wars when so many other monarchies in Europe have toppled down. To Indians settled abroad in British colonies and elsewhere, we send our good wishes and assurances of our abiding interest in their welfare. To our minorities we give the assurance that they will receive fair and just treatment and their rights will be respected and protected.
Prasad also mentioned the important task at hand, the making of the Constitution.
One of the great tasks which we have in hand is to complete the Constitution, under which not only will freedom and liberty be assured to each and all, but which will enable us to achieve and attain and enjoy its fulfillment and its fruits. We must accomplish this task as soon as possible so that we may begin to live and work under a constitution of our own making, of which we may all be proud and which it may become our pride and privilege to defend and to preserve to the lasting good of our people and for the service of mankind.
India has been living through the ideals of its great freedom fighters and statesmen who sacrificed their lives for the nation and served in various constitutional positions. In its 75th year of independence, India is unbound and is the world's largest democracy with huge economic potential and social capital.
Let us all move together through the immortal voice of Sucheta Kriplani singing Sare Jahan Se Achha Hindustan Hamara in the Constituent Assembly 75 years ago on the 15th of August 1947 towards the century of Indian independence in 2047.
In Bihar, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar-led Grand Alliance government will expand its cabinet tomorrow. Governor Phagu Chauhan will administer oath of new ministers at Raj Bhavan in Patna. The 131st edition of Asia's oldest football tournament, Durand Cup, will begin from tomorrow. The tournament will feature 20 teams, all divided into 4 groups of 5 teams each. The first match will be played in Kolkata between Mohammedan SC and FC Goa tomorrow at 7 in the evening.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India celebrates 76th Independence Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hoists the national flag and addresses the nation from the ramparts of Red Fort. Prime Minister urges everyone to focus on 5 resolves to fulfill the dreams of freedom fighters when India completes 100 years of independence. Mr. Modi says Jai Anusandhan is to be read with the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan and Jai Vigyan. Prime Minister asks countrymen to come together to defeat evils of corruption and nepotism. All states and union territories celebrate the Independence Day with full enthusiasm, celebrations also being held abroad. Greetings pour from world leaders on the Indian Independence Day. More than 5 crore Tiranga selfies uploaded on Har Ghar Tiranga website. All India Radio begins special series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashwani ke saath from today, showcasing the country's journey since independence. In Bihar, cabinet expansion to take place tomorrow, and Asia's oldest football tournament, Durand Cup, to begin tomorrow. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.